I'm the head of production for the 3D broadcast, working closely with both the All England Club, with Sony, and obviously with the BBC and ESPN, who are probably the main takers of the 3D signal. There's not an enormous difference between this year and last year. Probably the major change is we have gone tapeless with the whole 3D production using the SR Master decks from Sony. Obviously they save an inordinate amount of space within the truck, so whereas we last year had 2 decks that could record the clean and dirty feed from the output of the truck, we've now got 2 decks that can record the clean, the dirty, and ISO all the cameras as well. And that's the benefits of the SR Master Deck, which is Sony's latest product in that range. We've also this year utilised a TD300 in one of the camera positions because it becomes more flexible, more operable, because it's a very tight space. And finally, courtesy of ESPN, we have a stand-up position on the broadcast balcony to offer a unilateral interview position, which is used for opening and closes by ESPN and is a rentable resource. The main restriction is with BBC Camera 1 and keeping cameras out of that shot, and just, you know, it's just a quirk of geography that wherever you put the 3D master camera, it ends up being in BBC Camera 1's shot. So of all of the problems, that would be one I'd like to resolve and find a place whereby, you know, we can both get you know, equally as good a position. But obviously the 2D host is the main priority, because that's what's being watched by millions and millions of people worldwide, and so we do have to work around that restriction. Other than that, I think we've got fantastic camera positions.
And you're going to go around 2 hours. Are you all prepared?
Yeah, we're pretty much prepared. We had the normal sort of, you know, OB run around this morning where certain things weren't working as well as they should have done, but they're all fixed now and it's all working perfectly.
In terms of the MP, it does 3 things on the truck. So we're using it to converge the cameras, so it's normal mode operating in convergence. The second mode we're running them for are 2D to 3D converters. And then the third mode is we're actually using it for QC, which is what I was doing in the truck a minute ago, which is just looking at the quality control of the output. So in other words, we can actually track the performance of the 3D operation against the criteria we've set and double check that the 3D that's going out the truck is good 3D. So in terms of compromises between screen sizes for 3D, most of the week we're shooting for television, so we're shooting for 40-inch screens, which means that we can be a bit more aggressive with the 3D. On Sunday, when we do the men's finals, we've got cinemas coming online as well, so we will adjust the depth budgets of the 3D to recognise the cinema audience as well. So we've got to be careful with the amount of 3D we put into cinema. It can give you a big eye strain and can give you the sort of headaches that people have experienced. And if you don't control that properly, then it's a bad experience for a viewer. The Hawkeye system, it's tricky when you talk about 3D in Hawkeye because it generates a 3D image for a 2D broadcast in a virtual world. So what we do to get a 3D Hawkeye is we've done some software development, which means we're cloning a second eye. So in other words, a second render of the virtual world from a second point of view, just offset from the first point of view, and so the system operates exactly the same. So the Hawkeye operator, he's operating a 2D system. There's just a second output operating on the side of that, and that means that we can then adjust the depth budgets in the Hawkeye system as we would do with the camera as well. So we can adjust that as we're going along, and as the different shots are done, we can almost auto converge inside Hawkeye itself as well.